Hello, and welcome
to Phandom Nights, where we break down pop culture, one fandom at a time.
Or in this case, a bunch of fandoms with some news.
This is what's popping? What's popping in pop culture?
That phrase on the news episode.
What phrase?
We break down fandom culture.
Can I say that for our news? I mean,
what?
Sorry, we're gonna spitball this one. Can I open up the news ones for that one and say that?
Say what?
Where we break down pop culture. Here's what's poppin' in pop culture. Welcome to Phandom Nights. Here's what's poppin' in pop culture.
I'm hysterically laughing at how corny that is.
I know.
All right, do it again.
Anyways, welcome to Phandom Nights. This is our news episode where we see what's poppin' in pop culture.
Good Lord.
How great is that? I mean, come on.
Okay.
Every newscaster.
Here's what's poppin'. Hold on, guys. Here's what's poppin'.
Yes, I love it.
Yes, we're doing that. Poppin'.
Oh my gosh.
So, Sherman, what's poppin'?
Oh my god.
Lean into the corniness.
Calm down.
I
I'm gonna tell you what's poppin'. Right?
Look at that audio. Just.
All right, guys. What's poppin' is Netflix is handing Daredevil rights back to Marvel Studios this month.
This month?
This
so
month.
It's going to be on Disney Plus?
No. Netflix hands Daredevil rights back to Marvel Studios this month. Meaning Marvel will have the rights to it.
Okay.
Slow down.
So the show isn't going to be... Okay, well, that's cool
down,
anyways.
Slow down.
So, which, I mean, I suppose that means we could probably be seeing, like, a Daredevil movie or, like...
Or him in the
miniseries.
MCU.
Right.
Hopefully the... Dang, I can't remember the actor's name, but the guy who plays Daredevil in the show.
I thought like, everything on Netflix
does
was
it very
canon,
good.
though, for, like, part of the MCU.
It is, technically. So, yeah. Even though they don't reference it.
There's a super long video that another guy named Josh from the Den of Nerds, shout out, he's a good, popular YouTuber, and he had this theory. It wasn't really a theory, it was more of evidence-based theory. Mm-hmm. So there was some stuff over, I think it was India or something like that. There was some merchandise promotions going on for Ahsoka and the Mandalorian that came out, and pretty much we'd have to watch the whole 7-minute video to tell you exactly. But basically, it gave, like, it said, like, catch Ahsoka Tano, like, in the new next episode of, like, live action Mandalorian. And I was like,
okay.
That's weird.
So that's actually...
that's pretty cool.
That's been rumored.
Yeah.
Well, it also said catch Rosario Dawson, star as your favorite Clone Wars.
She's been cast as Ahsoka, right?
Yes.
So, not
officially?
Not confirmed.
It's always been rumored.
They asked Rosario Dawson, this is what she said. She's like, it hasn't been confirmed, but I can't wait till it is.
Okay.
Because so that's what I was trying to bring up. With...
Nothing has actually officially been confirmed.
Yeah.
People like to have this distinction, like, oh, I heard rumors, so it's true. No, unless it comes from the fish's mouth, it is nothing.
No, speaking of fishes, though, because that's what I was trying to bring up earlier with, like, the trailer for the Mandalorian. Because when you see that part of, like, his ship, like, limping toward, like, with, like, the cargo bay open. Mm-hmm. But, like, there's another part where you see him, like, with the frog lady and her husband on, like, a planet.
Okay.
And in the background, you see, who's the, in Rebels, the last person you see Ahsoka with?
Sabine.
Yeah, you see her, like,
black cloak figure.
Yes, like in the like in the distance there.
Yeah, Sabine. That's not Ahsoka though.
Yeah, but I'm saying she's the last one to see Ahsoka. Like
they're out. Well, technically, in this exact time frame, they're looking for Ezra right now.
But that's what. But I'm saying, like, canonically, like, that's why, like, they're thinking that, like, Dave Filoni's going to try to, like, bring more stuff from Rebels into The Mandalorian.
Yeah, because Ahsoka was rumored, Boba Fett or Rex was confirmed or rumored, and then there was another one too, a Sabine with Sasha Banks from WWE. So everything that's been rumored that I've heard has came true, so it's just a matter of time. Some other news: Johnny Depp was asked to resign by Warner Brothers Studios because of his, allegations that were recently.
Was that the whole?
How does him
Amber Heard or whatever her name is?
Amber Heard, yeah.
Why
would they ask him to step down for that though? Because, like, she was the one that, like,
she made too much drama. Bunch of stuff in it.
Too much drama. Bringing into the studio. I don't know.
I didn't read a ton into it because it's just so
I know.
But it sounds like she accused him of really bad stuff, and then he's like, no, I didn't do this, and then it came out later that he was actually like a wife beater or something, but then those allegations were proved false, so that he wasn't. And
but they had like video, like, or audio evidence of like her saying that like she was lying about the whole thing.
Right. But I think
because like I know Warner Brothers also asked her
again. You have this much drama. Do you really want that on your plate?
Right.
Because Warner Brothers also asked or had her step down for being Mira in the next Aquaman movie too.
Oh, they did have her step down.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, okay. Anyways, that's just.
The film has been delayed till the summer of 2022.
Jeez.
Spider-Man 3 with Tom Holland has started filming in Atlanta.
I did see that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I saw the picture of him with the Spider-Man mask on, wearing the mask.
Yeah, wearing the COVID
like, why?
mask.
Okay, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then the next story is probably my favorite thing. It's just a rumor report right now. It's not a confirmation. But again, many heavily rumors are, at least lately, have been true. But there's going to be a Boba Fett miniseries in the works at Disney Plus, and it's supposed to start like next week is what it's saying. Start filming early next week, and that would push the production of season 3 of Mandalorian out until spring 2021. Because I think with Boba Fett being in the last episode, I think they want to try to give explanation. So they're going to do a miniseries of an explanation.
Cool.
And I think they'll start doing that with a lot of TV shows.
Yeah.
They'll do miniseries that tie in a certain character to that show.
See, I kind of have like a love-hate issue with that because like I've been a huge fan of like Arrow and Flash and all that stuff like on the CW, but like if you don't watch all of it, like you get lost on like the smallest thing.
Well, yeah, and you can't pick up 3 episodes later or something if someone's watching it and be like, oh, I know exactly what's going on.
Oh, exactly. And like I mean, it's a little less likely for like, you know, the Mandalorian and stuff like that because like you don't have to watch all of Rebels to understand everything. But like it just gives you a better depth to it. But like if they're gonna do miniseries to like tie like different seasons in, like I was because I know I told you earlier today. I was completely lost at the beginning of Star Wars Episode 3 because like when you have the entire movie start off with a space battle, I'm like, what the heck happened? Like, why? How did we get here?
I don't think at that point the Clone Wars had been released, so
it hadn't. But that's just it. Like,
it's just like, yeah, we entered a war, and this is the aftermath of it, and it was a lot.
You can assume a war started after the attack of the clones.
You don't have to know all the
because
things.
the clones came in and saved the Geonosis. That's the first clones to be manned down. So obviously the Republic has an army, the Separatists have an army. There was going to be some kind of war going on.
But this whole TV miniseries thing does bring up a bigger problem with like Star Wars, for example, with all the comic books and the TV shows and the movies and everything.
Yeah, but they're doing a miniseries about a time.
No. I'm just saying,
not
like,
conflicting with anything.
it's fun to get into all these things, but then when it comes to a big blockbuster movie, like they almost have to dumb it down for the audience.
Again, they're
sometimes.
choosing content that is not going to conflict with anything.
No. I know. I'm just saying, like. I just remember hearing some podcasters and people talk about like the books, and they get so involved in all this different stuff.
Well, the books aren't canon anymore, which is
the new ones are.
Yes, they are. From anything made from 2015 up is canon.
Oh, okay,
right. But they get all involved in all this stuff, and then all these crazy theories, and then the movie comes out, and then it's like, oh, it's nothing we thought it was, or this is exactly what I thought it was. But I don't know. Just it's fun to get into all these side stories and stuff, but it's going to be interesting, I think, just to see where they go with the main movies, if they even have main movies anymore.
Because when George Lucas sold to Disney, the only things that Disney made immediately canon was all 6 movies and Clone Wars and show.
Anything that was like
on film.
Yeah.
On film.
Well,
any books that were made from 77 or technically like the 80s.
What are you including, like the
all
Christmas
the
special?
Well, there was the old animated Clone Wars that was not canon, but that was.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's another reason why they had to make stuff canon stuff, because they had 2 different Clone Wars in the works. Or not in the works, but one Clone Wars and another Clone Wars, and so different style animation.
So the CGI one, not the cartoon animation.
Right.
Yeah, I forgot about the cartoon one. Yeah,
that was so good.
Oh, super good. When
super
Anakin
cool.
gets becoming a Jedi Knight, that's a super dope scene.
That whole series is awesome.
Oh my gosh.
And it was like beginning to end, and okay, here we go. It had like little one-off stories, but it was just like this good story, and then we're done with the Clone
I do
Wars.
like how super in-depth Clone Wars is, because a war shouldn't be done.
Yeah.
It should be a million
more
different battles
complicated and all
before.
that stuff,
yeah. So I like the.
Well, that's why there's like 1,000 movies about World War II.
Right.
You got anything, Chris? Or else I got a big list for a little bit to go over.
A whole bunch of mine, but
Sorry.
no, it's fine. I mean, this is a minor one, but Jurassic World Dominion wrapped their shooting after 18 months.
I saw that.
Finally.
So that's kind of cool. I didn't even know there was another Jurassic Park
I think
one.
it's still pushed out till 2021, right?
Yeah. But there was just.
Well, that's because they still got to go through editing and everything. But like they
Or
just
no, it got
finished
pushed back
filming.
an additional year. I thought so. It's 2022 now.
I don't remember.
Because I know they had dealt with a bunch of like, COVID cases and
just
whatnot.
another film finished wrapping. I feel like all these movie studios are just like, all right, we're done with that one. Let's film another one. Film another, and they're just getting this big backlog of movies, and then they're gonna.
Because of everything happening right now, that is happening for a lot of different studios. Because I know Netflix had to push back The Witcher season 2 for the same reason.
Oh.
Like they had a lot of like COVID cases too.
Yeah.
And like
that and some other show I ever saw on Instagram, they just they're still continuing filming that and Vikings or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Vikings is still going on, huh?
Pretty sure.
That and then yeah, that's about all. Oh, that's nothing. It's not news. Go ahead. That's all I got.
Okay, so I got a couple last things, but I'll go through the very big list at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So earlier this week, November 5th, was the 65-year anniversary of time travel being introduced into Back to the Future.
Okay. I just did you hear about the person who passed away associated with those movies? It was just this last week. The lady who's like, save the clock tower in Back to the Future 1, that lady, she just died. It was just really
okay,
weird.
because I was so emotionally attached to that.
I know.
Person.
It was a
Just random NPC number 5.
There wasn't much news this week, so I'm just like, I mean, it's sad.
All right, we're going to give you 2
remember
lines.
Remember that one guy who was walking in Big Daddy? He died too.
I do remember that guy.
I'm just saying, it was a random. I just saw it, so I'm just bringing it up.
I'm just joking. So Ron Howard thinks continued interest could spark Solo 2. Because there's been a lot of interest for like make Solo 2 happen. Like that's a common hashtag and stuff. That's like a common like I don't know like a trend or following or whatever is like make Solo 2 happen because obviously like at the end Kira talks to Darth Maul and says like come to Dathomir and like whatever, so that leads that there could be another story. So all the fans are like there needs to be a Solo 2, and so Ron
Is
Howard,
Donald Glover on board with it?
Oh, even
though
heck yeah, he loves Star Wars.
Even though all the fans I felt like didn't like that Solo was even. It was a
they only
decent
didn't
movie,
like
but
Solo
we
because
didn't
it came
want
out
it.
5 months after the Last Jedi. That's the only reason. They're like, oh, it's too much Star Wars for you, wussies.
I know. I swear,
you're gonna love this one.
I swear, everyone was just mad about Last Jedi, so then they took it out on Solo. I swear, that's all it is.
Now, see, now the year and time has passed. I love the Last Jedi.
I've always loved
Remember we hated the Last Jedi.
When I first saw it, I didn't like it.
Right.
You totally defended it, and then we kind of flip flopped.
And then now I just love it.
Yeah, and now I'm just like, you know what? I liked it a lot. They had a direction they were going. Rise of Skywalker. Hopefully that flips for me because right now I'm not liking it. But
read the novel.
Yeah. That's what
Again, you shouldn't have to read the novel to appreciate a movie. But again, it's just in a book you can. It's all the only thing wrong with the movie is the pace.
Mm-hmm.
Was Rise of Skywalker a book before it was a movie?
No.
Huh?
No.
The novelizations always come after.
Yeah.
And
well, because I mean, like, that's just it though. Because like, most of the time, whenever something is a book first, the movie always sucks.
Yeah.
No. The novelization came after it. Adds scenes and added dialogue and stuff like that. Makes it better.
Made it.
Again, if you take the content of the Rise of Skywalker on paper, everything they gave us, awesome. The way they executed it and
it gave us everything we wanted.
Was
it just
dumb.
sucked. Yeah, that's been my criticism of that movie the entire time. Is it gave me everything I wanted from this movie. It just the way they did it sucked.
Yeah.
So
but the main thing and how it sucked was just the timing. It was just too fast.
Yeah.
If you slowed everything down, like it would have been a good 4-hour movie. Seriously, like, you could have made it a good 4-hour movie.
Or a 2-parter. Why not make it a 2-parter? I mean,
don't
because
make a trilogy 2 parts.
Yeah,
you
can't.
Don't make me want to stab myself again.
I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna make it, what was that Robert De Niro movie that was like 4 hours long? Or
I just saw pictures
what
of
was
that.
It was on Netflix or whatever.
It was like when he was
Oh,
young,
The
too,
Irishman?
right?
No, The Irishman. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
The recent one.
Yeah,
That was
so
a
many people
long
hated
movie.
it because of how
It was
it
a
was a
decent
great.
movie.
It was a great movie, but
That's
people
why I haven't
hated
watched
how
Lord of the
long
Rings.
it was.
But yeah, it was a decent movie. But man, like I just kept hearing so many good things about it. So Rosie and I took just a day, and we're like, all right, we're gonna plow through this.
You know,
And
which
it was good, but I'm like, man, it just was not worth.
I don't
the whole
understand
day.
how people say that because like I don't think anybody ever like complains about like the length of Titanic. as a
No,
movie.
I'm not saying it was hard.
But
to get
people
through.
say it was
I'm
amazing.
just like as an adult and busy with all this stuff. I'm like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
I need to segregate an entire evening or entire Saturday almost to like make this happen.
I don't think I've ever said that personally for like I need to like set aside this much time for like Lord of the Rings.
I don't know. I'm just at a different place, I guess, right now.
I'm with you, dude.
Yeah.
I need to I plan out everything.
If I'm gonna like dive into a movie, like for some reason recently I've wanted to watch The Godfather through again, and I'm like,
All of them?
yeah, just because I've been hearing a lot about it. I'm like, I just want to rewatch those. And I'm like, I know that it's one of those movies I want to sit down and like focus on. I don't want to be on my phone. I want to like watch, and to do that, I need to like plan a time to do it. So I don't know. It's just how I am with. It's how I am with movies that I want to like
It's a
really
difference between
appreciate.
it's a difference between like casually watching and
Right.
like trying to focusedly pay attention to every detail of the movie.
Right.
Like,
It's like,
it's
like I
almost
can
like-
watch The Office
It's
on
almost-
repeat
it's-
and
it's
never
way
pay
different,
attention at all. But,
At least for me, like it's way different. Like if I'm casually watching something, yes, I'm like on my phone every once in a while, or not really watching. But like going through Avatar and stuff, like
Right.
I am hardcore
100%.
Oh, yeah.
watching,
That's what's so
rewinding.
fun about going through it.
Right.
See, I do that with the stuff that we're currently going through, but like
But I do that
Yeah.
with Star Wars in general.
Right.
Just like stuff I find more interesting. I like will throw everything aside and just focus as much. Like I won't try to enjoy it. I'll try to learn as much as possible.
I don't watch this for entertainment.
I don't
No,
watch this
I
for
don't.
pleasure.
Well, see, but like
That's what's fun about The Mandalorian, though.
getting new perspectives on Star Wars gets me more excited about Star Wars. Because every time
I
you
get
watch
that.
it, you're gonna get a new perspective on
Yeah.
some scene, some character, something. Just
Yeah.
something is gonna change your opinion on it.
I get that.
It just
Yeah.
does. So that's why I love rewatching Star Wars.
Right.
And rewatching Avatar and rewatching Korra and rewatching all this stuff.
Yeah.
Especially as an adult, you understand a lot more.
That's why we're
stuff.
Phandom Nights. We're all fans. Fandom Nights
No,
of our
you have
own
to be 18
fandoms.
or older. It's a rule.
What?
You have to be 18 or older. That's
To be a
rule.
Phandom Knight?
Yes.
Why?
Why?
Because you have to have some logical brain capacity.
Can't
be some
Hold
dumb kid.
on.
No,
All those
you can't be
16-year-olds
some
out
dumb
there.
kid.
No.
You're a dumb kid. You turn off this channel now.
See, I can't agree with that.
We
Because
don't
like,
want kids.
because like, first off, 98% of the stuff that we go through.
Over exaggerate things.
Yes.
I was like, because like we're going through Avatar. We're talking about Batman. We're talking about
Dude,
like,
okay, I want to make this clear. Star Wars is made for kids. Avatar is made for kids. All this is made for kids. It's just more enjoyable to understand it more as an adult.
I would like.
But this podcast is for adults.
Yes, because we're going through
Yeah, I know
kids
you-
I would
stuff
say
in an
I know
adult,
you're
logical
13,
way.
Yeah.
I'm
PG-13.
slightly joking.
I would say PG-13. Like,
I don't
Okay,
care who
you have to be
watches.
a
Everyone's
mature
welcome.
13-year-old. You have to be my cousin Dominic. If you are not mature as him, you get out.
if your name is Dominic and you're not related to Dustin Parsons, don't watch this show.
Only 13-year-olds.
Jeez.
Oh, he's like 15 or 16. He's mature for his
That's
age.
what's cool about
He's not a
different.
dumb little kid.
That's what's cool about different fandoms that are that involved and creators who make worlds like Star Wars.
Yeah.
And all this stuff
Oh, right.
is They get so detailed with and like every single time every episode that I watch of Avatar, I'm like, man,
Again,
it's brilliant. It's I never like went through slowly with Avatar before. I've watched through it a couple times, but just like, oh, it's a good show. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really good. But the more I get into it, I'm like, man, like that necklace thing. I'm like, geez,
but because
every
you're
little
an
detail.
adult, though,
Yeah.
as a kid,
See,
you
good
don't.
lord.
See,
Seriously, because
Hold on.
when you're a
I
kid,
know,
you
I
don't
know,
go
I know.
into it like, oh, I need to learn everything about this. It's enjoyment, dopamine, dopamine.
Here's the other thing though. Like, especially for like nerds or geeks or however you want to be, whatever you want to identify as in
Nerd.
pop culture. Like,
Fandom.
Nerd.
I identify as a fandom. Anyways,
Yeah, we're a Phandom Night. Oh, Phandom Night's another word for nerd.
anyways, so you like
I need to talk to
watching,
the Webster Dictionary.
but like having like teenage kids watch this kind of stuff where it's like, oh, like I won't. No.
Yeah.
Could you imagine
No,
showing
no.
up to like middle school and being like, oh man, did you know how many times like they did airbending in that last episode of Avatar? Like, you totally want to one up your friends on like and like things that are popular.
Hey, like I said, if they're mature 13-year-olds
Lord.
who can appreciate what we bring to the world.
I was like, I don't think trying to one up your friend is like super mature, but like it's something that nerds do all day.
Yeah,
like
mature nerds.
All right. Do you have any other news stories?
Yes.
Okay, I wanted to get into something.
Well, go ahead.
But no, I don't have a news story. But
What do you want to get into?
We'll talk about it at the end.
an actual news story.
Okay, so let me get through this one because Chris is going to love this. 90s live-action TMNT writer trying to make a sequel film set in the same continuity as the original trilogy.
Whoa.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Imagine
number
if we
4?
had access to the technology we have today to make these costumes, says Bobby Herbeck, the writer.
That would be
Dude.
cool. A live action version of it.
Right.
Yeah, with like puppetry and all
Well,
the creepy faces inside the mouths.
Yeah, but it'd be a lot better.
Yeah, it would look way better because like I don't know if I'd want to see like some.
It would be
dude's
like
eyes
Star
popping
Wars,
through the
like
teeth.
Star Wars alien kind of cosmetic makeup.
Yeah.
Like that.
That
Dr.
would be
Mandible.
Who's this?
cool.
He's the ant dude.
I looked
from
it up
Lost.
I looked it up on the internet. I could not find that.
That's her like nickname. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
it's
just what he
it's
called
Dr. Beard
okay,
here.
because it's
Like,
not official canon. Or
No,
nothing.
but that's
'Cause
just
I
what
could
she
not
calls him in that
find
episode.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
I was like, dude, when you were talking about it, I immediately was like, no, I've never heard that. I looked it up. I'm like, no, it's not real.
That's what she called him. But
Yeah.
Once again,
that's not his
nerds just
actual
want to
name.
one up. I know more than you.
Yeah.
What? See, we just know the name.
I gotta find it. There's an intro to a graphic novel that I read one time, and it stuck with me my entire life. Where being a fan of something is acquiring secret knowledge. It's like you get the secret knowledge of like Batman or Star Wars or something. You know this thing. You're so in depth in it, and like all these other people, like they just watch the movies, but I know this secret thing of so and so's weapon or whatever, and it's true. Like you love learning this like secret knowledge in a way, and then people who know the secret knowledge with you, fandom people who are in the fandom with you, you're like best friends. Like when we went to Star Wars Celebration, everyone who went there had the same like secret knowledge that we had. And it's like you're just instantly best friends with everyone you talk to. It's just great. I
Yeah,
mean,
but at the same
especially,
time,
like,
that's the
with
kind
the
of stuff that
Facebook
like
groups.
drives people apart too.
it
'Cause
can.
it's like you'll argue over like,
but like that's
no, this is exactly
it
how
like drives you apart, but you also like
people you hate.
it drives you apart in like a buddy type of way, where like you honestly brings you closer together.
It makes you like want to debate it more than
Right.
argue. It's
Yeah.
a debate more than argue.
Yeah.
Like that's why I love joining the Facebook groups I do with Star Wars. Like
Mhm.
I have a friend named Matt that has become like a great friend of mine. He loves basketball like I do.
Yeah.
Loves the Warriors like I do. That's the basketball team. And then just is I think I don't even want to dare say, but more hardcore Star Wars than I am.
Whoa.
Do I even dare say that?
what is this basketball?
What is this basketball?
the sketch ball? What?
I don't sports.
I don't sports.
So speaking of with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing, especially going classic here.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys hear that Michael Keaton actually officially signed on to be Bruce Wayne for a Batman Beyond live action show?
No, that's awesome.
HBO
Yeah.
with HBO
On
Max doing
HBO?
it. Yeah, because HBO Max
Yeah.
is like taking on all the DC
Right.
stuff.
They're doing a live action.
They're gonna do a
Batman
live
Beyond.
action Batman Beyond, and Michael Keaton actually said he'd do like old
That's
school Bruce Wayne,
Sweet. Wow, I like that a lot.
like officially.
I wonder if it'd be sweet if it was in the same timeline too, because then it'd be all like.
I mean,
weird
I
and dark.
feel like it has to be because, like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna have ancient Bruce Wayne, because I mean, Michael
Can you
Keaton
imagine
has not
can
aged
you
well.
imagine Tim Burton nowadays directing a Batman Beyond
Absolutely.
series.
Tim Burton, the guy that makes like the weird.
Well, he directed the original '89 Batman and Batman
With Michael
Returns.
Keaton.
But didn't he do like that weird?
He's weird
stop
and
motion.
like yeah, he's
Like
weird and
Nightmare Before
dark and all that
Christmas?
Yeah.
stuff.
He's done Nightmare Before Christmas, Paranorman, like Corpse Bride.
Oh, so he's weird. Okay.
But like it fits Batman though. Like Batman's dark and scary.
See,
and,
like if they, I feel like if Tim,
Batman's a vigilante who helps.
who is dark and scary. His whole thing is based on fear.
Oh, back in the original comics, he was.
Just in comics in general.
I don't think back in the 1930 comics he was
Yeah.
supposed to be this
The
dark.
whole purpose of him
He's just
becoming a
a
bat was
vigilante.
to strike fear into the hearts
But,
of
like,
criminals.
that's-
the very
that's
first
the-
time I shall become a bat.
I know, but when I read those comics, I didn't get this darkness.
See,
of it.
I
Well,
think that's
originally he was like that. Then the comics.
it wasn't until Frank Miller that like things got super dark.
they were dark in the beginning. I mean, he was murdering people. He was shooting guns. He was doing all this
but I'm
stuff.
saying
And then
coloration.
It got
I think
campy
is
and
what.
coloration because the technology wasn't there. Then it got campy because the comic book industry was just super heavily regulated.
Yeah,
it was like video games nowadays where parents were like, all our kids are shooting up schools because they're playing video games. Back in the day, it was all our kids are
listening to rock and roll
spitting
and
their gum out on the street because they're reading comic books. And
my son hasn't come home in 3 hours,
and it's like the comic books are not to blame. So then they made it into this big. Anyways, Batman and Superman and all these things. They couldn't have zombies. They couldn't have like vampires in there. They couldn't have undead characters.
Oh yeah,
that's why they had the living vampire in some comic books and stuff. So that's why Batman.
I think if they could get Tim Burton and the writers of like Batman Beyond to like collaborate.
Bruce Timm.
Yes.
Bruce Timm was the one, yeah. Bruce Timm and Tim Burton. Bruce Timm, Tim Burton. Yeah, there you go. Mix those two together. Bruce Tim Burton.
Yeah, dude. It'd be super cool. Mm-hmm. I'm curious if they're gonna do a movie or a series. Because I didn't see if that were gonna. Yeah.
That seems like very brand new news, but that's super exciting. I'm excited.
I've known about this for like 2 weeks. We didn't do it. We didn't do a news episode last week.
Yeah. Right.
All right, I got one last thing. It's kind of a big list.
Holy.
It's Disney's updated Walt Disney Studios motion pictures. So, that includes Fox and all that stuff too.
Oh yeah.
But so the Kingsman comes out next year.
Number 3,
The Kingsman.
Okay.
Yeah, this is they're like origin sequel.
It's not going to star the same kid though.
Oh yeah.
Because it's a prequel.
It's just Colin
Farrell.
Farrell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because that kid didn't want to
that.
sign on for a third one.
Really?
Yeah, he turned it down.
Taron Egerton, really?
Oh.
Yeah, he turned it down. That's what I heard.
That first movie was so good. I don't know why.
Right.
The second movie was still enjoyable, but man, that first one was really good.
That Merlin scene in the second one though was just priceless.
Merlin?
When like he starts singing Country Road as he's like walking through the woods. Right? I'm telling you, that whole scene, man.
Broke my heart, man. I sang with him. Country road, take me home to the place.
And
I belong.
It's weird because like he's off key too.
Yeah. Right.
West Virginia.
But every time I hear that song now, I just think of him dying. It sucks.
Right?
Anyways, they're making a Bob's Burgers movie.
That's random.
Yeah.
Walt Disney is.
Black Widow's coming out next May 7th. Cruella.
Hold on, the movie?
Black Widow movie.
God, that's.
I just said one of my. This is a super.
Remember, it was already a full year.
Eternals was supposed to be released this last Friday. Eternals.
Yeah, it's
like
it's
2 days ago last Friday.
It's gonna be a full another year.
I know. It's just this whole.
Thanks, COVID.
I know. Thanks.
Cruella from Dalmatians. She's getting her own movie.
Okay.
Like see, I always kind
of people that appreciate Disney movies here at Phandom Nights, not this guy.
I was
just like okay.
See, no, I'm kind of with Chris though, because I don't know how like what they're gonna do for a villain's movie.
It'll probably be just like another Dalmatians movie, but called Cruella.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a live action Dalmatians movie.
They already did one.
A live action Dalmatians.
101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, back in the 90s,
with,
it was
Glenn Close.
And
Close
Hugh Laurie is one of the bad guys who like tries to like kidnap the dogs.
I've
only seen the animation.
Yeah, there was a live action. There's two.
Do you have it?
3 of them. I thought.
Do you have it?
I think there was a 101 Dalmatians, and there was 102 Dalmatians, and there was.
Yeah, you've got 101 over here, but that's it.
Oh, and 102.
Yeah, pull it out there.
Yeah, that's the cartoon, dude.
Nope, that's a live action.
What? Live action, right there.
No way! That's awesome.
And what's the other side?
102.
Boop. There was a live action second one, huh?
What the heck?
I thought there was a third one. It was
dude,
like
I'm
a
bringing this home.
No.
That's a piece of 90s nostalgia right there.
What the heck? Why
yeah,
I never watched this?
Jeff Daniels is like
Jeff Daniels. That's
what?
He's the main guy.
Dude, why haven't I watched this? Goodness.
That's so funny.
Okay. I'm kind of bummed about that. But
yeah, they're just...
Roger and Anita.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay, next movie. I got a whole bunch of movies, so they're all in Germanish.
No, you're good.
July 9th, Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings coming out.
cool.
Pretty sure
Yeah.
he said that could break box office records. The guy who stars in it, he's like, this could be bigger than Black Panther. He says, I'm like, well, that's pretty, because like the Asian culture with it. Yeah, I think Asia has like almost 50% of the world population.
Yeah.
Jungle Cruise, July 30th.
I'm actually kind of excited about that one.
Yeah, it's Jungle Cruise, man, from Disney.
I'm actually more excited.
Isn't The Rock in that one?
Yeah, it's Dwayne Johnson.
Emily Blunt.
It just seems like a
I'm more excited
of what was the one that just came out, the Jumanji. It just seems like Jumanji 3.
I get that.
That's just how I mean, because it's The Rock. He's in the jungle. I mean, I don't know much about the story because there's not really a story.
I never saw Jumanji 2. I know it's just instead of a board game, it's a video game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't
know. Both the second one, like the 2 sequels, are both video game ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like so you have the third Jumanji essentially, where like what happens is the main kid from the second one is like, I felt so strong as like Dwayne Johnson essentially, and he's like, I just wanted to go back into the game and feel like that again.
Yeah.
And so everybody's like, crap. Well, we had to come rescue you, douche.
Yeah. All right, we should get through this list. Are you reading through the whole thing?
No, just
okay.
Big ones.
Just big ones. Okay.
Get Back, the Beatles movie about the Beatles.
Okay.
Cool.
I heard about that.
Eternals. And then West Side Story, they're redoing that.
I heard about that one, yeah.
I'm actually kind of excited for that.
Right?
Cool.
Yeah.
As long as it's not, like, poorly produced by, like, the people who did Cats.
Yes, that would suck.
It's West Side Story, but everyone's CGI.
For
some reason.
So that was everything for 2021. Now it's 2022.
Oh, boy.
We have...
Ooh, no, I'm excited for one of these.
Thor, Love and Thunder.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Not that one, but...
Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther 2.
Marvel... I was curious about that.
This is Disney's release of it.
So, but they haven't said anything about it?
Nothing about who's starring in it.
Oh, like
it's either got to be... It's got to be Shuri or it's going to be Killmonger.
Mm-hmm. Who comes
Killmonger's
Panther?
Dead, isn't he?
Maybe.
Because they just left him like...
They're just like, yeah.
So again, but he could have very been saved with Vibranium, or the... Yeah, Vibranium.
Remember? Nerd.
Yeah.
No one ever really dies.
So many people have died in the MCU. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but so many people came back to life as well.
Yeah,
right.
Black Widow's dead.
Okay, those are 2 permanent
deaths. But she has a new movie coming out.
Which takes place before Endgame.
Anyways, you're wrong.
Anyways.
What else you got?
Captain Marvel 2.
Okay.
Indiana Jones. Untitled Indiana Jones.
Because
Disney? Yes.
Yeah, Lucasfilm.
I suppose, yeah.
Huh. I thought Lucasfilm just... Did they sell like the company to Disney or just the rights to Star Wars?
George Lucas sold Lucasfilm to Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means Spielberg is like totally fine with it then.
He directed the movies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He has no say. Really.
It'd be weird to not have Spielberg behind it.
Spielberg did own, I think, 2% of Lucasfilm.
Oh, really?
I think that was part of like a directing deal back when he was doing Empire or not Empire,
Raiders.
Maybe it was Raiders.
Okay.
Or Temple.
Yeah.
But Chris Pratt's gonna be in that one from what rumors that I heard.
Oh, okay.
Like, here's where it gets good though. Avatar 2.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw that unwrapped filming and all that stuff and whatever.
So then a bunch of untitled stuff. They have like untitled 20th Century, untitled Marvel, but there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 new untitled Marvel movies in the next 3 years. Tons of Pixar, tons of Disney, 20th Century, Disney live action, untitled Star Wars, 2020, 12, 22, 23. And then 2024, Avatar 3, 2025, next Star Wars, 2026, Avatar 4, 27, another Star Wars, 28, Avatar 5. And James Cameron...
5 Avatars?
Remember from our past news show, James Cameron has already completed 95% of the shooting for Episode 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, post-production for those movies take forever.
Right.
But
I like how old is that list?
Today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that like they have an untitled Marvel one because I know that
They're just keeping
2022
the slots
of the
open
next
at this
Spider-Verse
point.
movie is supposed to come out too.
That's Sony.
Right.
Oh, I suppose, yeah. I mean, it's still Marvel association.
Right.
Association, but it's made by Sony. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. All right.
Because I'm excited
Well-
for Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
So that's what's popping in pop culture.
Thanks for popping in, you guys.
I just want to cut it super quick right there. That's what's popping in pop culture. And everyone's like, what? It just ends like that? What the?
Yep. It's that end scene from Spider-Man: Far From Home, where like Captain America's just like, well, sometimes where is that from Homecoming, where he's just like, sometimes you just sit around waiting for something and it just doesn't always.
Yeah, because the end of Far From Home, he's on the video gets released on the Times Square
With
or
J.
whatever.
Jonah Jameson, yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, but it's what's the villain from there? Mysterio.
Oh,
like,
released that.
Spider-Man it's Peter Parker.
Yeah,
He's like,
"What
oh
the-"
sh. They cut out because I remember the last line of number 1 was Aunt May saying, oh sh, or like,
What the?
yeah, what the and this time it was Peter going, oh sh.
Yeah.
So
All right,
do you think number 3 they're gonna just straight up drop a bomb?
If it's PG-13, they legally have one F word they can allow.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well.
Yeah, cool.
Thanks for joining us,
Wouldn't
guys.
that
If
be
you want to be a
cool?
Phandom Night,
There's-
join us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Sorry, Dustin. Stole your thunder.
His love and thunder.
See you next time.